Today we're going to talk about something that I thought was pretty cool. It's basically the top 5 biggest fitness myths. Those things that keep coming up over and over that you're like wondering, is this, true or is it not true? So today I'm going to kind of debunk the 5 biggest myths out there and hopefully give you some information that will help you in your quest to, lose body fat, get in shape, look better, do whatever it is you're trying to do to improve yourself. So let's get started with those, okay? So there's 5 big fitness myths that always come up over and over. And here's the first one. Is spot reduction possible? That, as long as I can remember, I remember I used to have a coach when I was a kid. And oh man, you want to lose weight from your stomach? You got to do sit-ups, man. You got to do sit-ups. And I always wondered, can you really lose fat from working a certain area in a certain way over and over and over again? Does that happen? Does the body work that way? And the answer is absolutely not. It doesn't. Spot reduction is a myth. It's not possible. You lose fat pretty much in the way your genetics dictate that you lose fat. So basically you lose fat evenly throughout the body. Most people do. Now there's some people that lose fat faster from certain parts of the body versus other parts. So for example, they may lose fat from their, arms and legs faster than they do the midsection. Most guys are like that, where the last few weeks on a diet, they finally start dialing in their midsection and losing body fat from that area. But for the most part, they lose fat everywhere else. That's why you can always tell guys are like, they never want to take the shirt off. They look good in everything but they're like, I just don't want to show my abs just yet, because that's the last part to go. So you can't really spot reduce those areas. You can't accelerate fat loss in those areas. It just isn't the way the body works. Same thing for women. You're not going to really promote fat loss in the hips and thighs. It's just not going to happen. You've got to kind of work as a whole body organism type of thing and let body fat just evenly fall off. Unfortunately, that's the way the body works. So you've got to just kind of go with that, and you've got to let the body do what it does, and over time you will get leaner in the way that your body dictates fat loss, just based on your genetic code, if you will. So that's the biggest myth. That's myth number 1. Number 2 is the only way to lose fat, or the myth I should say, myth number 2 is that the only way to lose fat is to completely cut out carbohydrates. And this is a big one, man. A lot of people just go on these zero carb and keto diets, which I'm not saying there's not a place for that. There's definitely a place for keto. There's definitely a place for, trying to drop all carbs from a diet. Some people actually perform better, feel better, and do better on those types of diets, but it's a little bit challenging. It's a little harder. So do you need to do it to lose fat? Absolutely not. As long as there's a caloric deficit, as long as carbohydrates or a macronutrient is being dropped systematically, and your overall caloric level of what you're putting in is less than what you're expending on a daily basis, you'll lose body fat. That's just how the body works. And as long as you've got enough protein and you're working out with weights, you won't lose muscle. Most of that will be actual body fat. So it is not necessary to go zero carb or to do ketogenic diets to lose body fat, although they may be good and they may be something that will help you. Don't feel like you have to do that. I've always found that a balanced approach works best for most people. I've got some private clients that I help out, and most of them are actually, doing a 60% carb, 30% protein, 10% fat diet, and do very well on that. And they retain muscle mass, they have a lot of energy, they feel great, and slowly but surely will start chipping away at those carbs every few weeks until they come down to the level where their body is in a place where they'd like it to be. So it all depends on the macronutrient profile you're following and what you're working with, but essentially the truth to that myth is that no, you don't have to go zero carb. Absolutely not. You got to work with your body, not against it, and you just got to figure out what's right for you. So myth number 3, cardio is the best way to lose body fat. Now that's a big myth, because a lot of people are, I'm going to do a ton of cardio and burn fat. Well, that really, the body doesn't work that way. Basically what the body does is when you do cardio, you're burning calories, and you're burning the calories that your body has used throughout the day, or the body has taken in throughout the day, And that's it. You're just burning calories at that particular moment in time. Let's say you do cardio for 40 minutes or 45 minutes. That's the only amount of time that you're actually going to be burning calories when you're doing cardio. So nothing happens 6 to 8 hours after that, or 12 hours or 24 hours, just in that little time frame. So the key here is to incorporate weight training with the cardio, because weight training continues metabolic activity for another 24 hours. You're trying to recover from workouts, your muscle tissue is trying to heal and grow. So you actually burn a lot more body fat via weight training than you do cardio. Although cardio is a good way to expend more calories, it's not necessarily the only way to lose weight or lose body fat. And at the same time, people that tend to do just cardio only will find that they actually start to lose muscle tissue because they're not placing resistance on muscle tissue so that it can continue to stay lean, get stronger, get bigger, recuperate, etc. So that's a big mistake, just doing cardio and not doing the training with that as far as weight training. So keep that in mind. You want to have both in there, but cardio is not the best way to lose fat. It's one component of a bigger scheme, which includes diet, nutrition, supplementation, and weight training combined. Okay? Number 4, the fourth myth. Weight training is the best way to work out. Now that's a very broad myth, because there are a lot of different types of training out there. There's training in the form of what it is a person's trying to accomplish. If they're trying to get ready for a marathon or a jiu-jitsu competition or a boxing match or a Tough Mudder or something like that, training is going to be different. So there's really not one way or one best way to work out, and weight certainly isn't the best way. It's just a component in a broader scheme, similar to what cardio is. It's a component in a broader scheme. So I guess the takeaway is, don't limit yourself to just weight training. Do other types of training. Swim, hit heavy bags, work with plyometric drills. Do anything that keeps your body off kilter, and it's always trying to get your body to respond in a different way. Work with the body, not against it. But again, weight training isn't the only thing. I think a lot of people, guys especially, get pretty much, hyper-focused into that one little area, and it's just weights, when it should be, a combination of a lot of different things. Anything that keeps the body athletic, progressively strengthening it, and using a lot of different muscle groups at the same time will help you reach your goal, whatever particular goal that may be. And number 5, the 5th biggest myth, and I love this one. This one's funny, man. Muscle will turn into fat. Muscle and fat are completely different. They're two different cells. They're two different things completely. Muscle does not revert back to fat, and vice versa. Fat can't turn into muscle. You get a lot of people out there, you got to turn all that fat into muscle. Doesn't happen. Completely two different things. Muscle does one thing. Fat does another thing. Two substances, two cells completely. When you do lose muscle tissue, basically it just shrinks back down into the original size that it once was. You don't gain it, you don't lose it, it just shrinks back down. So you will not convert muscle to fat. So all you guys out there bulking up or putting on a large amount of muscle tissue, don't worry, like, oh my gosh, when I turn 50, all that's going to turn to fat. That's a big myth that has pretty much been debunked over the last 20 to 25 years. We all realize that it's actually more beneficial to have lean muscle tissue on your body, because you're going to burn more calories. The muscular system is what holds the skeletal system in place, so that's really important. As you get older, the skeletal system starts to lean over, but the muscular system is holding it in place. So it's important to continue working muscle tissue, strengthening the body, and using strength and resistance exercises as you get older. So those are the 5 biggest fitness myths that we hear a lot of times. And by the way, if you're just tuning in with this, make sure and go by the Pureline.com. Check out our website. Actually, if you're a female or if your partner is a female, we've got a new product coming out called called Diva Secret. And you can see that at the Pureline.com /Diva Secret. And this is to kind of help you reignite the passion in the bedroom. For all you guys who may be using our male enhancement pills, something to kind of help you in that certain area, this is for females. Not only does it help with sexual performance, enhancement, libido, also helps with skin, hair, nails. It's a really cool product for ladies. So if you're a female, listen to this, check that out, thepureline.com /Diva Secret. We'll put the link down here in the notes so you guys can check that out. I think you guys will like it. Cool. All right, guys, those were the top 5 biggest fitness myths. Spot reduction, not having to cut out carbs completely to lose body fat. Cardio is not the only way to lose fat. Weight training is not the only way to work out. And muscle will not turn into fat. So hope that helped you out. Again, if you're a woman, check out Diva's Secret, thepureline.com/Diva's Secret. We release that next week, Tuesday the 12th. And that will be available at all Pureline nutrition stores or online at thepureline.com. If you're watching the replay of this on YouTube, then do me a favor and like and subscribe. And if you're watching this on Facebook and Instagram and you got a little bit of value from it, do us a favor and share it with your friends. All right, guys, I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. We will see you next week, same time, same station, on Pureline's Facebook, Instagram Live. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. We'll see y'all soon. Take care.